Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on January 1, 2015, 11:36 p.m. in Birmingham. Topic, it's difficult to tell you exactly what it is, but there was almost, and when I mean almost, there was a thin line that this could have gone either way. A standoff of some type between the Hammond family at the Bundy Ranch in Oregon, and with the help of the Oath Keepers and the Stewart Rhodes, the founder, and the Hammond family decided to not ask for the support of the Oath Keepers, and for reasons unknown. And I don't know the full story, but two of the Hammonds have already spent time and have been released. And for some reason, someone decided they wanted a judge, and whoever it had to come not from the sheriff, but from the DA to extend their lockup time, and no one knows what that is at this time. At this time, I won't tell you what the reason is for the potential. It was a potential confrontation, but now the stand-down orders has come from Oath Keepers and from Stewart Rhodes. And the orders come in because the Hammond family requested that through their attorney. But let me tell you where Oath Keepers stand in this thing. And they have, the Oath Keepers stand on the Constitution. Oath Keepers' orders we will not obey. Part of this I can't hardly see, so bear with me. We will not obey orders to disarm American people. We will not obey orders to conduct warrantless searches on the American people. We will not obey orders to detain American citizens as unlawful enemy combatants or to subject them to a military tribunal. And we will not obey orders to impose martial law or a state of emergency on any state. All right, I'm going to stop saying we will not obey orders and go from there. To invade and subjugate any state that asserts its sovereignty, and to blockade American cities, thus turning them into giant concentration camps, and to force American citizens into any form of detention camps under any pretext, and also to assist or support use of any foreign troops on U.S. soil against the American people, to keep the peace or to maintain control. And the last two here, we will not obey any orders to confiscate the property of the American people, including food and other essential supplies, and will not obey any order which infringes on the right of the people to free speech, to peaceably assemble, and to petition their government to redress of grievance. There was about to be a call to arms here on January 4 in Oregon. And I will give you the reasons why in about 2 blogs from here, but it won't be today, because I want to take up a little bit of this time and tell you, and I'm sure some of you already heard. If not, here it is. You have a Connecticut government, which is the governor, Malloy, is going to try and take guns from those who are on government watch list. Now, whoever makes up these lists, no one knows. It's about to change America. I can see problems arising. If not in 2016, I see it in 2017. But I believe this year, 2016, I believe you're going to see some changes, some major changes. A lot of people believe like me. I believe there will be a suspension of the elections at the end of this year. I believe that there will be a possible martial law called about that time, or maybe a little bit before. Guys, here's the whole problem today, every bit of it. Oh, by the way, the HAMMOND said they did not want another WACO incident. So this is why they're voluntarily turning themselves into the federal government. And WACO was brought up more than once, and not from the HAMMONDs. So it appears that starting with the Connecticut government, and now they're talking about in Missouri, speaking specifically on Ferguson, on what had happened. And now we're hearing some Idaho talk going on, and man, it's just on and on. So I can see a boiling pot. It hasn't reached a boiling point, but I can see that it will. And I can see, and I believe that it could be before 2016 is out. And there's too much going on right now, and there are too many people that aren't oath keepers that believe in the same thing. They believe that there's going to be tyranny here in the United States through our government, which is brought on by you know who. And by the way, this sickens me more than anything. Obama is already saying that Americans is treating him like a black man. Can you believe it? I thought he was black, but he has not been treated any differently than anybody else, except he has mistreated this country over and over and over by trampling on the Constitution. This is why people are beginning to get upset and riled up. In fact, Huckabee called for him to be taken out. What I mean taken out, he needs to be relieved of his duties because he doesn't know what he's doing. Huckabee is calling for that, and he did it today. We have a leader that is not, he's not connected with anything but his own mind. And he is doing things that only, in my opinion, a racist government would do against a people. He is the one that appears to be racist. Clearly, he will go to the side of this young man that was shot in Ferguson and about 6 others, but yet the cops that died, he hadn't once visited or spoke to their families that were shot in the face by black men. This year, 2016, is not going to be a good year. But what I want to do is tell you, get your hearts right with God. We are in a grace period right now. That grace period will not last forever. The day will come when the grace period is over. Don't let that day come to you, please, because when it does, all hell breaks loose. Jody Wolf Expoz.